Good morning, algebra. I hope that we're having a great start to our day. This week, we're going to be talking about inequalities, everything inequalities. So this first video, we are going to be going over how do we graph inequalities and maybe even a little bit of what they are, okay? So without further ado, let's get to the video.
Today, we're going to be talking about inequalities and their graphs. And I hope by the end of the video, you are able to write, graph, and identify solutions of inequalities. So let's start with our key concepts of vocabulary. So we're going to be going over all of their symbols, what they mean in words, and how they are graphed. So for example, in this first line, x is greater than 4 is our symbol over here. X is greater than 4 is how we say that in words, but when we graph that, we always want to represent things with bubbles, okay, or dots. In this case, since X is greater than 4, that doesn't mean it includes 4. So the way that we can represent that is with an open dot, and then since X is greater than 4, that means 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers to the right of it are greater than 4. We draw a line to the right. In our next line, x is greater than or equal. That's what that little line underneath it represents, or equal. X is greater than or equal to 4. Since it includes 4, that means I need to make it a closed dot, and it's still the values to the right because greater than 4 are numbers like 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? X is less than 4. Again, I need to have an open dot, because since x is less than 4, it doesn't include 4, but it includes numbers like 3.9, things that are really close to it. Other numbers that are less than 4 are like 3, 2, 1, 0. So all of the numbers going to the left of 4 are included. So if it's less than, it goes to the left. And then finally, x is less than or equal to 4. I need to have a closed dot because it includes 4 in there, and then I make it go to the left. Let's try a couple of example problems. So the first one, we're going to be writing inequalities. So we're just going to do part A. The product of 12 and a number. Remember, product means multiplication. So this is like 12x, or 12 times x, is less than 6. So less than means that, and then I include the number 6 in this example. Let's move on to some other examples. Example number 2, identifying solutions to an inequality. So when I try to identify solutions, what I need to do is I need to plug in those values for my variable, and then I try to see if my inequality remains true. Okay, so we'll do A and B. So they're saying that my x value is 2 now, so I do 3 times 2 minus 2, and I need to see if that is greater than negative 5. So that's 6 minus 2 is greater than negative 5. So is 4 greater than 5? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's try it with B. So this is 3 times negative 3 minus 2 is greater than negative 5. Well, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 minus 2 is greater than negative 5. Well, negative 9 minus 2 gives me negative 11. And I can tell you that negative 5 is not less than negative 11. So, no, that's not a solution. Let's try graphing some inequalities here. So let me get a line together here with my start and my end as an arrow. So we'll do A and we will do B again. So let me delete that. Cut, and we will make one that's straighter for us. Better. So x is greater than or equal to 3. So I know I need to have a hash mark for 3. And over here, this is going to be 5. Greater than or equal to. So I know that it's going to be a closed dot. And since I need to think about numbers that are greater than 3, like 4, 5, 6, I know that all of those numbers are going to the right. So I place an arrow going to the right. X is less than 5. It doesn't include it. So I have an open dot. And numbers that are less than 5 are like 3, 2, 1. So I know it's going to the left. Couple more example problems here. What inequality represents the graph? We are just going to stick with A, for example. So I know that it's an open dot at 3. So I know that it's going to be less than or it's going to be greater than. And it's going to include the number 3. So x and 3. X is going to the right. My arrow is going to the right, which means that it is greater than 3. So if something's greater, it's going to be opened up towards that greater value, my inequality sign.